how I'm feeling post marathons, plural, Greek-inspired chicken bowl for lunch. I also got Beartown by Frederick Bachman. I'm so excited to try this. So flattering on the glutes. This consistency is perfection that I'm truly obsessed with. What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Erica. It's so good to have you. And if you are not new, welcome back. Today I'm bringing you through a full day in the life and a full day of eating. Post-marathon, we're gonna debrief as to how I'm feeling because there's a lot of thoughts that are swirling in my brain right now, and I'm just gonna give you a full deep dive as to what it feels like to run 2 marathons within the span of like a month and a couple weeks to now having no real training goals and just being flexible. It's a weird transition. But before we get into that, I have a gym session this morning. I ran yesterday, and we're just gonna go in and do my second full body workout of the week. It's Wednesday today, and then we've got a couple errands to run later, and I've got a couple new meals that I want to try with you guys, so I figured I'd film a full day of eating and showcase some new recipes, seeing as I tend to be a creature of habit and I'm usually making a lot of similar meals in my videos. So hopefully this is fun and exciting for you guys. But before we get into the food, let's get to the gym. Let's go. Also, really quickly, my outfit is from Paragon. This launched, I think, last launch or the launch before, but I love this green color. Gorgeous. And the back, equally stunning. So flattering on the glutes. Code ERICAFIT for anything from Paragon.
Got drunk off your life and I lost myself again. You hit just like a drug. This time I won't let you in. You're playing with fire. No, I didn't on the prey, but this time I won't collide like I did yesterday. You broke my heart once again. I won't buy the dust in return. I can't give it.
Okay, here's hoping that the lighting isn't awful right now, but I just finished at the gym, had a good workout, got like 25 minutes of steps in on the treadmill, and then I just stopped at the grocery store to grab a couple things. Like I said, I am making some new recipes today for you guys. I'm excited to try them out. I just had to grab the ingredients. My plan right now is to put all these groceries away, sit down, get some work done. I've got client check-ins today, and then I need to film a brand deal. And then we have our cleaners coming. They come every 2 weeks just to do like a deep clean, which is so nice. And they're usually here at like 12:30, 1-ish. So when they come, I think I'm gonna leave, run to Barnes & Noble to pick up a couple books, which I will bring you guys along for, and then come home, make snacks. I'll have lunch at some point. It's just gonna be a day. So wanted to give you guys the 411 as to what to expect in this video. But for right now, let's put all this away and then get to work. Oh, I also forgot I'm gonna be making a smoothie because that's what I do after the gym. If you guys know, you know. All right, you guys know the drill. We're starting with 1.5 almost cups of your milk of choice. And then today I'm just gonna use frozen strawberries. I'm gonna use up the last of this chocolate mint protein from PEScience. 1 scoop left in here. Perfect. Some cocoa powder, for a lot. A dash of salt, and ice. Mix her up. All right, let's pour her up. As always, the perfect consistency. Gorgeous. Throw a straw in there, and that is my mid-morning post-gym snack before I get to work. Okay, I just finished filming a little brand deal for Aerie with some of their vacation pieces, which I'm so excited because I'm going to bring them with me to France, which we're going to France in 13 days. We're going to Paris and the south of France. I'm so excited. But anyways, I got these like flowy pants, this tank top, and then a couple other things that I'm truly obsessed with. Now I have to make some rice for my lunch, which you guys will see in a little bit. I'm about to hop on a call in like 20 minutes, so I'm just making the rice ahead of time, just in case I don't have time when my cleaners get here, because I like to be out of the kitchen by the time they're here cleaning, if that makes sense. My husband also informed me that our car, the windshield has like a tiny little chip in it, and so people are coming to fix that at some point today from noon to 5, which does throw a wrench in my plans a little bit because I wanted to take the car to go to Barnes & Noble, but hopefully they're here early. If not, we'll have to jumble around my plans today, but I still do want to go to Barnes & Noble at some point. Hopefully today, if not tomorrow, and I will still bring you guys along. Anyways, so that's the plan. I'm making this rice right now, and then I'm gonna hop on a call, and then I'll show you guys how I'm gonna make my little Greek-inspired bowl. So I'll show you in a second when it's ready. Okay, guys, I'm gonna make some at-home tzatziki for my lunch today. So we're just gonna grate up some cucumber to put in the Greek yogurt dip with the spices. So super quick and easy recipe. I just had Far run to the store to grab me some cucumbers because the ones that I had in the fridge were going bad. So it's the little things, but basically just got to grate this up and then I'll add it to my Greek yogurt. Okay, I'm just gonna make it in my yogurt container because that's makes the most sense to me. So I'm gonna add my cucumber. This honestly might be a little bit too much, but that's okay. And then we're also going to add some minced garlic. Say like that much. We like it garlicky in this house. And then some dill and some salt. And you can just kind of keep adding so until it tastes the way that you want it to taste. But it's a super easy recipe. High protein tzatziki, and I'm gonna add this to my rice and chicken bowl today and make it like a Greek style. A little bit messy, but that's okay. And there you have high protein tzatziki with Greek yogurt that you can make in literally 5 minutes. All right, we're going to assemble my Greek chicken bowl for lunch. And I always salt my rice. I don't know if anyone else does. And then we've got toppings. So we're gonna do cucumber. Oh my God, tomato, cucumber, chicken, and then that Greek yogurt tzatziki that I made. And that is gonna be our high protein Greek inspired chicken bowl for lunch. Okay, I wanted to sit down and just do an honest debrief as to how I'm feeling post marathons, plural, because if you haven't watched my videos recently, I ran 2 marathons in the span of like just over a month in between each other. So my body, to be honest, is feeling a little tired, and mentally, it's not that I'm not enjoying running. I am enjoying running, but mentally I'm just excited to take a bit of a step back from the rigidity and from the intensity and like the commitment of being on a training schedule and training for something really specific. Now, I will say I really thoroughly enjoyed both of my races. I had an amazing time at both of them. My training plan went pretty much perfectly. I had like one run that I couldn't complete because I was sick, but other than that, it went like really, really well, and I'm really, really happy and excited that I was able to conquer that goal ×2, because originally I only thought I was going to be running 1. So that was really cool to see my body and my brain overcome the challenge of not only 1 but 2 full marathons. Now, obviously training for a marathon is not a simple feat. It does require a lot of time investment, and it does take a toll on your body. So I think ultimately I'm just excited to have some time off from really structured training, like I said. And specifically, my husband and I are going on our delayed honeymoon we leave in 13 days as of today. We're going to France, so we're doing Paris and Nice, or like the south of France, for about 10 or 11 days, and I'm so excited to go, and I'm really excited to go and not necessarily really train while I'm there. I told him I'm going to bring my running shoes, and I might run once, maybe twice throughout the whole trip. I would love to run just like by the Eiffel Tower. I think that would be so iconic. So other than that, I will not be going to the gym while we're there, and we're just going to be walking a lot and enjoying food. And I just think it's so important to have seasons in your year where you're a little bit more chill with your training and with your regimen, if that makes sense. I think if we're constantly on and constantly training for something and are so disciplined in routine 24/7, it takes a toll on our body and on our brain, and sometimes we can start to resent the thing that we originally really loved. And to a certain extent, I did feel that way about the gym, and I'm still not loving the gym. I actually just posted on Instagram today a little swipe post about like my vulnerable thoughts as someone that's a health and fitness creator, and some of the things that I mentioned was that I'm not always motivated and I haven't been really enjoying the gym consistently for over a year and a half now. And what I mean by that is that I haven't been like waking up so excited to train every single day like I used to when I was into the gym. For probably like 5 years, I had that feeling every single day. I would wake up and I was so excited to go train, and I just haven't experienced that in probably a year and a half, which it is what it is. It's not to say that I'm going to cut the gym out completely. I think that the gym is always going to have a place in my routine to a certain extent. Strength training is so important for aging and preventing muscle atrophy. So I think just with that knowledge, and as someone who is a personal trainer and has trained consistently for so long, I will always have some form of strength training in my regime or my routine. But it doesn't mean that I'm obsessed with it like I used to be. So that's something that I'm just kind of working through right now. With the running, it's definitely something that I'm enjoying a lot. However, I will say this time of year in Vegas, it does take a toll on me because it gets so hot throughout the summer that I have to run a lot on the treadmill, or I have to wake up super early, and even if I wake up at like 4 a.m. to run, it's already 85, 90 degrees outside, which is crazy. So I do a lot of indoor running in the summer, and personally, I much prefer running outside. I love an outdoor run. I love going to look at the scenery and just getting the breeze through my hair, and so that'll be something that I'm going to have to deal with in the next couple of months. So I'll bring you guys along through that journey, but I am excited to kind of pull back a little bit, and my goals right now for my running for this month is just to enjoy myself, have fun. I'm not following any sort of a plan. And then when I'm back from my trip to Paris, I will be restarting or starting a new plan. And I think I'm just going to do a 10K speed plan. So hopefully hitting a new PR or just working on my speed in general, because that was something that I didn't do as much during my marathon prep. I was mostly focused on just getting the distance in and having enough time on feet to prep me for those races. So I will be following another Runna plan. If you guys are unfamiliar with Runna, it's the app that I use for all of my running goals that I've had over the past 2 years, and I do have a code for you guys. It's Erica2. It gets you 2 weeks for free to try it out. 10 out of 10 would recommend. They actually just like, I don't know what the word is, merged, I guess, with Strava. So there's a lot of new features in there that I think you guys are going to love. And it's just something that I've been using that I genuinely love so much, and it's helped me so much in my journey. So that's how I'm feeling about training. This month, I'm just excited to rest and recover and have fun with it. I think it's, like I said, so important to go through seasons in your journey and seasons in your year of, okay, the first 4 months of the year, we're going to be dialed in, we're going to run this race, and then for a month or two, I'm going to just have a little bit more flexibility, have fun, travel, do all the things, and then go back maybe to another type of training block. That's how I try to structure my year, so I'm not constantly on and then falling out of love with it because it just feels like a job almost. I get excited for my races, I'm training for them, I do my race, and then I get to back off a little bit. So if you're struggling with that right now, maybe take that advice and just pull back a little bit and give yourself some grace and have fun and relax, because I know that if I don't do that, I will go crazy. So just wanted to be honest with you guys, but I will definitely continue to document my running journey. I do have a race already booked for the fall, and I have a couple other ones in mind for the fall and winter, so don't worry, there will be more race content to come in the next couple of months. But for right now, it'll be more relaxed vlogs, full days of eating. If you guys have any video requests for me, let me know. And I will try to vlog a little bit while we're in France as well, which I'm really excited for. So that's my little overview of how I'm feeling post-run, post-race. The races both went awesome. I have vlogs for both of them, so if you didn't watch those vlogs, just go to my channel and look for the marathon vlogs. They're pretty recent after this video or before this video. with that being said, I am going to do a little bit more work. I'm still waiting to see if I can go to Barnes & Noble, so we'll see on that. If not, I'll take you guys tomorrow. But I've got work to do, so I'm gonna dial in. I'm probably gonna make a matcha in a little bit. I will make some more food today, so bear with me on some new recipes, and yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, our cleaners just left, and I just made myself a little matcha. We're gonna head to the bookstore shortly, but I wanted to show you guys that this strawberry Premier Protein has been my little life hack for making a strawberry matcha from home without having to do the whole making strawberry puree, which I could do. I have the capabilities, but I want the protein and it's just easier if I'm being honest. So I just froth a little bit of this strawberry milk and I add it to the matcha, and then I add a little bit of my normal almond milk, and it is so good. It hits so hard. So I'm gonna drink this and then we're gonna head to Barnes & Noble together. Okay, you guys, we have arrived at Barnes & Noble. I have one book on my to buy list that I for sure want, which is Beartown by Frederick Bachman. It's been on my list for a while, and I feel like a lot of the videos that I've watched recently, people have been raving about it, so that's for sure gonna go in the cart as long as they have it. And then from there, I was doing a little research on TikTok today. I found a couple books that I want to add to the cart. I just finished Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. 5-star, obsessed with that book, obsessed with Jessa Hastings. So I might pick up Never by Jessa Hastings because that's the only book I believe that I haven't read by her. But I'm gonna Google and make sure, because if she has more books, then I'm gonna pick them up. I also haven't heard the best reviews of Never, so that's why I've been hesitant to read it up until now. But regardless, we're gonna go look together and see what books I snag. Okay, you guys, successful haul. I got 4 books and I still have some money left on my gift card. First things first, I got Grimstone by Sophie Lark. I've been wanting to read her other fantasy romance series, or maybe it's a mafia romance. Regardless, I've been wanting to read that one. I think it's called, I'll put it on the screen. But anyways, I'm excited to read one of her books because I've never read any of her books. They just didn't have the first one in that other series that I wanted to read in store. I also picked up In 5 Years by Rebecca Searle, and this is like an amnesia romance, so that'll be interesting. I also got Beartown by Frederick Bachman, which has been on my list for so long, and I just feel like everyone's been talking about it again, so I had to pick that up. And lastly, I got Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings, which I just recently read and rated 5 stars, but I want the physical copy so that I can go in and annotate and highlight it because I loved this book so much. That is my Barnes haul. Let's go home, have a snack, and make some dinner. Okay, I just got home and cut up some carrots to dip in my tzatziki before dinner because it's like 4:40 right now, so I'm gonna make dinner pretty soon, but I just wanted a little snack, so this is my afternoon snack for the day. It is time to make dinner, and tonight I wanted to try a new recipe that is kind of like a Thai peanut chicken noodle protein pasta salad. I know that's kind of a confusing title, but I'm gonna walk you through the recipe. Again, this is the first time I'm trying it, so I cannot confirm ahead of time that it's gonna be good, but I'll let you guys know after if I would suggest making it. I realized when I just read through the recipe again that I forgot to get rice vinegar, so I'm gonna try and swap that out. I googled it and it said just swap it out for like lemon juice or lime juice, so that's what we're gonna use instead. I don't know if that's gonna make a big difference in like the sauce, but TBD. So let's get into making this high protein pasta salad dish for dinner. Okay, first I'm just boiling some water so that I can cook my protein pasta. I love the Bonza brand for protein pasta. This is just made of chickpeas, and I just picked the rotini because that is what the recipe called for, and it just calls for an 8-ounce box. So I'm gonna cook this and then I'll let it cool so that I can throw it into the pasta salad. Okay, next up it calls for a cup of diced cucumber, a cup of shredded carrots, and a cup of chopped purple cabbage. So I'm gonna chop up these 2 things and then put them in this bowl back there. All right, everything is mixed up in here, and I'm just waiting for the pasta to cook, and I'm gonna make the sauce now. Okay, we're gonna make our sauce now. So I have some peanut butter in here. Then it calls for 2 tablespoons of the rice vinegar, which I don't have. So I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons. of lemon juice. Then we need 1 tablespoon of coconut aminos. This is kind of like soy sauce, so throw that in there. 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. I'm gonna mix this a little bit. Hopefully she doesn't overflow. And then I'm gonna add in the garlic in a second. I also don't love spice, so I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of sriracha. And then it calls for a clove of garlic, so I'm gonna add like half a tablespoon. You can always add more if you want. I know it doesn't look the most appetizing, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it smells so good, and I love a peanut sauce. Like a Thai peanut sauce is what this is. Okay, let's drain the pasta and let her cool a little bit before we put everything together. I wish I had a cuter bowl for this, but I don't, so we're just gonna mix it in this giant metal bowl. But I've got the pasta, and then I've also got all of our veggies. I also cut up a little bit of chicken for more protein. And then these green onions are technically for garnish. So we're gonna add our sauce in there. This sauce, I tasted it and it's amazing, by the way. And now we just have to mix this all up nicely. All right, so that is what she looks like. This will probably serve us for like 2 days between 2 people, and it smells so good. And there we go. That's gonna be our high protein Thai peanut noodle salad with some chicken for dinner tonight. I'm so excited to try this. Okay, it's time for dessert, and I'm gonna make my cottage cheese ninja creamy that tastes like chocolate cheesecake. And you guys always ask me for the recipe. I think I filmed it once before, but I'm gonna show you guys how I make it the night before. So, and I just eyeball everything, you guys. I do not measure with any sort of like scale or anything. It's just with the eyeballs. So I'm gonna do about that much cottage cheese. So I would say like half a cup maybe. And then I'm gonna fill it up like that much with almond milk. Again, just gonna eyeball this. I do cocoa powder, and I do a generous amount because I like it pretty chocolatey. And then I finish with stevia. And all I do is I just throw the lid on, try not to spill everywhere, and shake it up, and then I freeze that overnight, and then that's what I'll have tomorrow. So now I'm gonna make my creamy for today, which is just that same mixture but frozen overnight for like, I don't know, 24 hours I guess. And then we're just gonna throw it in the creamy machine, and I blend it on regular ice cream. So this is what it looks like after 1 spin. So it's still pretty powdery. And all I do is I just dig a little hole, fill it up with almond milk, and then re-spin it 1 more time on ice cream. Okay, that looks gorgeous. So as you can see, this consistency is perfection. Stunning. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of my favorite lemon cookie in here, so it's kind of hidden in the middle. You could mix it in, but I like it better when I do it manually because otherwise the pieces sometimes get like too mixed up, if that makes sense. And then the rest on the top. All right, and that's gonna be my nightcap for tonight and the end of this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.